I was preparing my new video and this time I wanted to talk about India. Then this happened.
India! What makes India so great?
This is not India. India is a huge country on a subcontinent in South Asia. You ask what makes India so great? Well, let me show you the real India, Felix G. Word G after the name is a polite way of calling someone in India. So let me address you this way, Felix G. India is spread from Himalayas in the north to Pacific Ocean in the south, from Central Asia in the west to the east in the East Asia. It is a country with long history and interesting culture. Why Indians love their music so much? Western culture is popular in India and other Asian countries, but it is Western. You see, not everything from the West can fit in Asia, because it is simply different culture. American reality dramas that are so popular on your TV clearly wouldn't find a big audience here in Asia. If you wish to be successful in India, you have to think different. And why then India doesn't want to promote Pakistani artists? Am I missing something here? Yes, Felix G, you are missing a lot of knowledge on India and Pakistan relationship. There are many Western citizens living in India or traveling around this beautiful country. Most of them enjoy their experience, mostly because it is so much different from Western culture. For example, no one here is wearing watches. That's typical to East. You have watch, they have time. McDonald's doesn't sell beef burgers in India because killing a cow is forbidden by their religion. You can get Maharaja Mac with chicken instead, or vegetarian burgers, as many Indians are vegetarians. Many places offer only vegetarian food, and trust me, even meat lovers will love it. If you want to try delicious Indian food in local restaurant, you should eat with your right hand only. Just put your left hand on your legs and enjoy your shovel or rod. It is common and polite to eat with your hand in the public place. In the year 2021, but before Christus, long before this world had the name of America, people on India's subcontinent were living their lives in the cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. The Indus civilization was Bronze Age civilization together with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, and was noted for its urban planning, vacant bricks, house, drainage and water supply. Currently, these sites are on Pakistan territory. Oh, that's why there is a conflict between India and Pakistan now. Well, no. Please continue to watch this video, Felix G, so you will learn why you had to delete your video about Pakistan. But before I move on with my story, please click the subscribe button. Done? Okay. In the second millennium before Christus, the Indo-Aryan tribes moved to Indian subcontinent from Central Asia. Their collections of hymns called Vedas and caste system became the beginning of the Hinduism religion. If you decide to visit India one day, Felix G, you should be prepared for the question about your caste. Why Indian people might ask a foreigner about his or her caste? Simply because it helps them to describe you in the way that it's easy to understand for them. As I said, when traveling in Asia, you have to somehow forget about your Western background and think like local people. You probably also try to understand them in the way that is easy to understand for you. Am I correct? But as you came from totally different backgrounds, mutual understanding is only possible if there is a will to accept differences. You see, I came from Western culture, but as a kid I was playing together with Indian kids in China, and it wasn't a problem at all for us because kids are usually more open-minded than adults. It is the society that later teaches us what's correct and what's wrong. But as you start to travel, you will learn one very important thing: do not judge. Even if something is really difficult to accept for you, you will see that for other people who grew up in different countries with different backgrounds, this might be normal and natural. When Islam started to conquer the subcontinent and Delhi Sultanate was founded in the year 1206, the Turks started to rule a major part of the northern India subcontinent, followed by the Mughal Empire in the 16th century. From this period comes such pillars of architecture like Red Fort in Delhi and Taj Mahal in Agra. Both are a must when traveling in India. When the age of discovery began, Europeans started to explore regions across the globe. Although this day all the places on our planet has been already discovered, but I'm sure you haven't been yet anywhere. And I hope this video will inspire you to travel more and discover the globe. As someone wise said, traveling is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. I couldn't agree more. For me, exploring every new place, every new country is always amazing. You learn not only about the place you are visiting, about the people and their culture, but also, the most important, you learn a lot about yourself. Where do you come from? What is your culture? What you can offer to this world? We are getting closer to the question, Felix G. Why India doesn't want to promote Pakistani artists? But first, continue with our story. In the 18th century, Marathas from the present-day Maharashtra in West India gained the power and dominated a large portion of the India subcontinent. They are credited to a large extent for ending Mughal rule over the most of the India subcontinent. However, in the mid-18th century, East India Company also started to gain power in large regions of India, leading to British rule in India. You can watch more about this part of India history here. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button now. When on 14th of August 1947, Pakistan and 15th of August 1947, India gained independence from British rule, there was a question what to do with territories which remained independent from Britain. Most of them were in South India and naturally joined the independent India. However, there was a question about Kashmir in the north. As most population in Kashmir was Muslim and it shared boundary with Pakistan, it was anticipated that the Kashmiri Maharaja would join independent Pakistan. However, the Maharaja wanted to remain independent. Then Pakistani forces entered the region to frighten its ruler into submission. Instead, the Maharaja appealed to the last Governor General Lord Mountbatten and agreed to join independent India. When Indian soldiers entered Kashmir, they drove the pro-Pakistani forces from all but a small section of the state. That's why, until this day, we have Indian part of Kashmir and Pakistan part of Kashmir. And that is why there is a long-lasting conflict between India and Pakistan. India is such an interesting country. I really recommend everyone to travel to India as you might have a trip of a lifetime. India is very affordable for Western travelers and you can easily find cheap room for rent. You will wash yourself using only cold water and have to learn how to use a traditional toilet. When you finally get used to the local life, I challenge you to go for a motorbike ride around the city. The streets can be pretty noisy. Another thing, Felix G, that you have to learn once again in your life is how to cross the street. You don't wait for the traffic, you just simply walk with care. No one is going to stop, so you have to find the best moment to cross the street. The same rule applies to many other cities in Asia. If now, Felix G, you decided to travel to India, you can get cheap plane tickets through the link in the description. But remember to buy ticket to Tokyo, so you will end up in Japan instead. When in year 1998 NASA was sending Mars climate orbiter for its mission, they wanted to obtain a picture of the Martian surface and atmosphere. In September 1999, the spacecraft was ready to enter the atmosphere of the red planet. However, its trajectory calculation software received data in 0.4 seconds and then used these results in Newton seconds. This failure to a measurement mismatch between two software systems led to the loss of the spacecraft by NASA. Mistaking Japan for India can no doubt lead you to the same outcome. Take care, Felix G. I hope this video has helped you to understand India a little bit more. Feel free to react to this video on your channel if you want. ध्यान देने के लिए आपका धन्यवाद.